About Islam?
No, I want a quiet discussion over there.
Yeah, here we discuss here.
Same old, same old. No, I'm getting bored. I want something new.
But this is Speaker's Corner. These people they come and they record.
Yeah, speaker's corner, so we can go over there.
Yeah, here.
No, because it gets chaotic.
But you understand? I'm here. No, we can have a civil discussion. We can have a civil discussion. Nothing is gonna get chaotic. We're gonna have a civil discussion.
You don't want you want.
So you say John 157, yeah?
No, over there, yeah.
So what is the difference between here and here?
No, I just want to
Because the camera is a set of the play.
Rizwan, Brother Rizwan, the cameraman.
Yeah.
Is it okay for him to come here? Do you need him to come?
Yeah, if he wants to come. If he wants to come.
Yeah, that's what
something quiet over there.
No, here.
Can we have a quiet debate over here? I'll do it here, So, I'm keen. So, I've got a question. When you say, for example, that the Qirats are the Quran, is this going to be an is of identity statement or an is of predication? Go watch. Well, you are being quiet. I'll give you that. But it's a bit too much quiet that the conversation's becoming a bit unintelligible. It's genuine interest.
So you're more here for a very much about it.
I'd rather have a discussion with you than with him. Yeah, he's a child and he has got far right mentality, so I don't like that. So that's why I didn't want to speak to him. So I'd rather have a discussion with you than with him.
Over there, I've seen like a Sam Dawah debate. I like his debates. They're quiet. That's what I like.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk here because, as I said to you, I don't want to go there.
They get interrupted every time. Even I get interrupted by so-called Christians. They come and they even interrupt me.
Yeah. Can I have, as I said to you, if you want to have a discussion.
See, even and the Muslims just come and then it just.
Look, he's been standing here. Nobody. You've been standing here, and nobody has done anything or said anything.
Yeah, because they've left because I said no.
No, but it's.
If I engage with you, then they're going to see me. But I'll tell you this though, just off the top.
Yeah.
There are corrupt versions of the Bible.
Yeah. No, we know that.
Somebody wanted to corrupt the Bible.
Describe. Look, and I tell you one thing. Some of it is intended and some of it is unintended. The reason being, because like it's not like nowadays you have got printers which you can print. You just do one copy and print thousands like a book. At that time, anything has to go through scribes. The handwriting differs from one person to one person. People can overlook something and jump a line, or so lots of things could happen. But there are other moments whereby it's intentional. It's intentional, and that corruption has carried out.
Catholics burnt the Bible. Did you know that?
Pardon?
They went around burning Bibles. The Roman Catholics. If you look at the history, to cover something.
To cover what? I mean, their book is still the same, 73, and then Luther King reduced it to 66.
What I'm saying to you,
Martin Luther King.
You have Roman Catholics that are going around burning Bibles, and then they killed William Tyndale. I don't know if you know the story about William.
Yeah, here in this country.
Yeah.
in this country.
So,
But it's the king that killed him. The king that killed him.
Why would they go to that extreme to kill
And
somebody? They must have truth in it.
no. You know why? You know why? Because he translated the Bible.
Right.
That's the reason why.
No, yeah, and he translated the correct version. And
What correct version? The same version that.
You need to do your homework.
So the Bible. So the Bible that we have got now is not the Bible that William Tyndale translated.
That's what I'm saying. He brought it over. Sees he had the correct manuscripts, and he brought it over. Yeah, he translated the Bible. Long story short, he had the correct versions. The Roman Catholics had the wrong versions. They killed him because he translated it in English, and the Roman Catholics wanted to translate it in their own language.
But it was in their own language.
That's very significant.
It was in Latin.
No, but do you agree with me that the Roman Catholics killed William Tyndale?
It's not the Roman Catholics, it's the king that killed him at the time.
No, Roman Catholics killed William. If you look it up, and they killed 90 Calvinists. My point to you is that why would they go to that extreme to kill somebody if what that person had wasn't true? It must be true. There must be some truth there. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but something's going on. Somebody's trying to cover something. Otherwise, they would not go to those lengths to kill somebody just because they translated the version. Anyway, I have a theory of. Anyway.
Wait.
I'll tell you off the cuff. I don't agree with the NIV version, the ESV version.
Who killed William Tyndale?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, no,
Okay, someone here says Phillips. Like someone called Henry Phillips, which he was an aristocrat. He's the one that betrayed him and showed the authorities to him because he was condemned of heresy. That's so the Catholics, the Roman Catholics, and that did not kill him, as I said to you.
No, they did. It's, you can look at it. It's history. I don't know why.
So it says that he was charged with heresy around and found guilty by his own admission.
No. Because
By his own admission.
no, that's a lie. That's a lie. Because without him, we wouldn't have the English. We wouldn't have the translation. We wouldn't have the 16th century translation of the Bible. So, but if you look, because where you looking, where you getting your information from?
Yeah. Dave, do you want to ask any question about Islam?
I'm not thinking about anything. I'm thinking about different religions, different ideas, different concepts, different gods.
So what's your background as
Catholic, Roman Catholic.
You're a Roman Catholic. Okay. So you believe in the Trinity.
I don't know what I believe.
But you believe in God.
I think so. I don't know. I'm questioning everything. I'm questioning everything.
So what is it you're questioning? The fact that is there a God?
Number one,
Okay.
If there is a God, so which one is the true? Which God is the true God? You understand?
Well, the true God will be the powerful God, the self-aware God, the one that has got the ability to create, the one who is intelligent, the one that he's self-aware. So a God of that would have the attributes of creation, of mercy, of intelligence, of knowledge. This will be the true God.
But okay, that's fine. But many religious people of different faiths claim similar things.
Yeah, but
Our God is the same.
we need to see if this God is the creator, isn't it?
Mm. What about science?
Science
Mm.
science is open to interpretation and is open to change. Science changes. Look, yesterday scientists used to say that coffee is bad for the health and so on. Today they say, oh, it's if you drink 3 cups of coffee, you have this, you have that. They said that that red meat is bad for health. Now they say that red meat will help you rejuvenate and so on and so forth. So
They go
science,
on axioms.
yeah,
Go on.
so science changes every day. One thing which is not one thing which is something different today, tomorrow is another thing.
Well, I mean, hey, fair enough. But on the other hand, science is like it's a human enterprise which investigates, and in the process of learning, you make mistakes. Yeah. If you study something,
Yeah,
for example, right?
yeah, we're open to mistakes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you study mathematics, for example, it's obviously you're going to make mistakes. But make mistake, you learn from this, or going, oh, you go that way, not this way, for example. And the same with science in general. So making mistakes is not a big deal. If you are stick with mistakes, if you never make any progress, that is the problem.
Yeah, and the thing is, the science is provisional, and humans are fallible, and
True,
humans make
true.
mistakes. So
And
we need something
you're not
objective.
perfect, he's not, I'm not perfect
Yeah,
either.
so that's
yeah.
You're
why
not
So
God,
we
perfect, you're not
prone
perfect.
perfect.
we're prone to mistakes.
Yes,
We're
Yeah,
prone
but
to
God ain't God,
committing
is it?
mistakes.
yeah.
But look. At the end of the day, we don't even science. Now, if you look into your genes,
Yeah,
yeah, the genome, you know how many codes are in there?
numbers.
6 billion
Yeah,
codes.
but who discovered those? Science.
No,
Scientists.
hang on.
Scientists.
But who created that genome in there?
Well, that's what
So,
we.
who gave it the intelligence to
Well,
communicate between them in order to that? So there must be, if they got if the intelligence that is there, it must be coming from a being who is more intelligent than that.
so who created that being? Who
No one.
created?
Okay. No,
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 no.
no, 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 no problem. That's a good
It's a
question.
fair question.
You always existed.
That's a good question.
But it's a
That's
fair
a good
question.
que-
It's a fair
that's a good
question.
question.
Yes.
That's a good question. Well, let's see it from a. You say who created that being? Then someone else will come and say who created that being that
Yeah, and
created
so
that
on.
being.
So on.
So we're gonna go in circle, which means that it is infinite. It's infinite regression. It will never stop. So it's like me telling you, can I give you a hug? And you say to me, stop, let me ask the person behind me. Then the person behind you will say, let me ask the person behind me. We're going to go for an eternity and you're never going to get the hug. But it has to stop. We call that in a philosophical way, we call it the necessary being.
Yeah, but that is your assumption.
It's
And
not
you
an
see,
assumption. It's not an assumption. I'm telling you, there is something called the infinite regression, which is like it will never stop because every time you say who created that, who created this created it, and who created this created it, and who created this created it, and who created this created it. You will never end up. It has to stop. It has to come to a
well,
stop.
but I think, according to contemporary science, they say that evolution caused what we see today. That even the universe started without any Tayyibin. That's what they say.
What did the first? No, no, hang on.
That was the
What did the
science,
first?
yeah?
What did the
But then
first?
they found out because the universe is expanding, so that means it had a beginning.
He doesn't mind, he says beginning. Now, okay, they say maybe it's infinite, maybe it is, whatever. But the point is, if you look at the scientific evidence, it seems the scientific view is the most correct one. Maybe it's not ideal one, it's not the ideal one.
They changed it because they were wrong.
Well, because look at it, like he said, let's say for an argument about the genome, yeah,
Genome, yeah.
Tomorrow we will know more than today, definitely.
Yes, yes, of course,
In
yeah.
100 we will know more. We make a progress, okay? We are still make mistakes, but we are getting closer and
But you
closer
see
to
what
the
I
truth.
say to you. That genome, the intelligence that is in there, that the communication between the cells and that, it tells us that there is an intelligence. It's so intelligent that it tells us that there is an intelligence that has created it. Now, what I was explaining to you, the infinite regression, you have to come to a stop.
But
You have to come to a stop.
science doesn't say that. Science says,
So who created the first cell then? The first cell.
no, I think
Did it,
it evolved.
no, hang on. Before we get to the evolution, yeah?
Evolved.
Before we get to the evolution, that cell, the first cell, who created that?
No, nobody has.
So nobody has. Okay,
According to science.
okay, okay,
According to
okay.
science,
So can something come out of nothing?
Well, that's another question.
No. It is the question,
Yeah, but
not
the thing,
another.
the
Can
cell-
something come out of nothing?
Yeah, but the cells, as we understand, okay, they evolve from lower form.
No. You answer.
Cells.
What's your name, by the way?
Gregos.
Gregos.
I'm Polish.
Okay.
Where you from?
I'm Ibn Hazm.
Where are you from?
From here.
I'm from Poland.
Okay. Can something come out of nothing? I mean, it's a question that one needs to think about and answer.
I agree with you. I do agree with
You know what's the definition of nothing? Is the absence of everything. The absence of everything does nothing. So can something come out of nothing?
It's a good question. However, the science have some kind of answer to these questions. It's not easy. It's very complex, very complicated.
I can assure you that science hasn't got the
I will put it this
answer
way.
to this.
If I ask a question, how many scientists, I mean the top scientists, believe in any God? Next to nothing.
Yeah, quite a few scientists, quite a lot of scientists. They believe. No. You remember you spoke about evolution.
Yes.
Did you know that the Darwin, he himself was a deist?
Oh, he was.
He was a deist.
Yeah, he
His
was.
wife was a Christian.
Yeah, he
His
was.
wife was a Christian, and he was a deist.
But
So the actual person who came with the theory, he himself was a deist.
yes, he was. But he had a doubt.
No. But he died as a deist. He died as a deist.
Yeah.
So we cannot say like Benjamin Franklin, the president of the USA, and he was a deist himself. Now I'm trying to tell you is that the one whom
Tell
produced.
me one thing. Why there is no one religion all over the world? Why there are so many religions?
Okay.
And there are so many wars, so many hatred, and so many things, and everyone claims, look, my religion is the best, my religion is my true religion.
Okay.
But hang on, those claims are thousands. I can
Okay.
show you Christians who claim the same.
Let me tell you one thing. Everybody always brings the wars and why there is this. Paul, for the he annihilated people, okay, in Asia. You have Lenin. He killed millions.
Yeah, mother.
You have Mao Zedong.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah, they were people of no religion.
Yes,
they
they
were
were.
people of no religion. Yet they committed so many atrocities.
Horrible.
So let's not bring religion and say, oh, there is religion, but look, why there is this, why there is that. People fight for different things.
True, true.
People fight for the sake of politics. Fight for different things. So religion has got nothing to do with
Put
it.
it this way, I think anything which provokes violence by any means, doesn't matter if we ideologically motivated or religiously, doesn't matter, it's absolutely wrong. It's wrong. It's very wrong, yeah? And I'm against violence, absolutely, 100%.
But if someone comes and take your home and kick you out,
I would
and
defend, I would defend.
you have the right to defend.
Yes,
Even
yes,
today,
yes,
even by
yes,
the standards of today and the Charter of the
Yes.
United Nations, that anybody who gets attacked and so on has the right to self-defense.
Yeah, that's
But it's
obvious.
not. You know, God in this book, the Quran,
I would read
okay,
it, I'm
yeah,
curious.
God has said to us, وَقَاتِلُوا الَّذِينَ يُقَاتِلُونَكُمْ, and fight those who fight you. Fight those who fight you. It never said instigate the fighting or instigate the war, but those and Allah also says أُذِنَ لِلَّذِينَ يُقَاتَلُونَ أَنَّهُمْ ظُلِمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى نَصْرِهِمْ لَقَدِيرٌ. That it's been decreed for those who have been who they have been attacked to defend themselves.
What about Christian God and other gods?
Well, look,
Which is the let's say.
well, if
the
you
true
read the
version?
Old Testament, there is war, plenty of war in there. So the Christian will tell you that it was in the Old Testament, but Jesus Christ came with the new covenant.
And what about gods from South America?
Well, that's why we have to define. That's why we have to define what's a true God.
Yeah,
Look, what's a true God? As we said, we look at Rama, Vishnu, Shiva.
Exactly.
Yeah, have they created, or are they created? When you go to look into these philosophies that turned religion, you will find that these that are supposed to be gods, they are just created.
Yeah, but
They are just created.
They believe that.
No, but they are even the ones who worship them. They know they are avatars. They are a creation. When you go to the Hindu scriptures and you read that Brahman is the creator, but Brahman, he got married, he has got children, he. So many kind of things that you will get dizzy from reading them. I know about Hinduism, that's why I'm telling you this. You look into the Christianity, you are a Trinitarian. You are a Catholic. You believe in the Trinity. The Father is God. The Son is God. The Holy Spirit is God. And three. You have to look for the truth. You have to look at the truth. In Islam, we say that Allah is one, monotheism. Yeah, the reason being because even in the Old Testament, in Deuteronomy 6:4, it says, "Shama Israel, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad." Hear you, Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. The same Shama is repeated in Mark, I believe Mark 12, where it says when the man came to Jesus Christ and he said to him, what's the best of the commandments? He said to him, Shama Israel, hear you Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one, love your Lord with all your heart, love your neighbors, and so on and so forth. So we see that in Christianity, in Judaism, and Islam, we say that God is one. However, Christianity got corrupted. The text got corrupted. You ask me how? I'll tell you that all the gospels that are there, if you look at the synoptics, the three first gospels, they are the same, similar, like by 70%. But there are so many differences in the text. You read, for example, contradictions, interpolations, reductions.
But would you say that in this book there are no contradictions?
In here,
Yeah.
in here,
If you find out perhaps if you employ like logic and sort of intelligence, you can find. I think in many religious textbooks are contradiction, which are very very common. Yeah,
Job.
and it does quite sort of interesting things.
My brother will explain that to
Basically,
you.
the Quran has no contradiction. There is two verses in the Quran which says, God in the Quran says, if you have any doubt that this Quran is from anyone else, bring forth one chapter like it.
Okay, so
No one until now brought the same
that's
chapter.
your claim. That's your claim. Fine, you can claim
A
that.
claim that has no, a claim that is still standing. It
But
has
what I
no.
say, the best thing is to put claims into tests, for example.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's the most logical thing.
yes.
So it's like an independent human being, maybe the atheists, who is the best people to read various texts. These
Gregors, 1400 years has lapsed, and no one has. Look, you know, the smallest chapter in here is 3 verses. The smallest chapter is 3 verses, one liner. One liner, and no one until today has produced. People have tried, Orientalists have tried, Arabs have tried. You know, the funny thing, the Christian Arabs, they wanted to write a Bible in a way similar to Quran. They failed. They want to recite the Bible in the same way we recite the Quran in a melodious way. They
But
failed.
Quran was written after, later.
No, the
Because the Bible
Quran.
was
No,
before
no, the
Quran.
Quran.
Am I wrong?
Yeah. But the Quran. The Quran was, as it was revealed to the Prophet, peace be upon him, he used to ask the scribes to write, and he would ask them to read back to him, so that he will make sure that no mistakes happen. This is what I say to you before. Before I say to you that the scribes that they used to write the Bible and so on, they didn't know. Now, if I ask you about the Quran, there are originals of it. There are originals of it that backdate to the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him. You have the University of Birmingham. They have got a codex in there with some chapters of the Quran, and they have carbon dated it to the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him. So from to the time, so that's over 1400 years ago, and it is similar to the chapters that we have got, chapter 19, 20, and 21, the same to the last dot. But of course, one thing, that at the time there was no diacriticals and no vowels, because people could read it. It was natural to them to
So how
to
can you
read it.
explain that? I've read that many scholars, but not Buddhist scholars, they said that in many holy books, including Quran, Bible, and other holy books, are many contradictions, including this book. So that's a question. So you claim there's no contradiction, fine, that's the claim. But can you, let's say someone comes to you and proves you that there's a contradiction, what would you say? Would you say
No, this is
misunderstanding, misinterpretation,
What they
or
have,
what?
that you have, if someone, sorry, no,
Carol,
this
تفضل.
is the homework for you. Now you
Good,
just
good,
now
good.
you
I
just
will. I will do my homework.
you're just making assumption that maybe there is contradiction. Now do your homework,
Okay.
bring the contradiction,
Okay.
and we can explain it to you.
I'll be
It
very
could
happy
be-
to do that.
It could be a misunderstanding of you of the verse, or mistranslation of the verse that you think that is contradiction.
Okay,
But
I'll do my homework.
all the contradiction that exists, that they think exists, they have been answered. To the last one, it has been answered. It's not
You
contradiction.
know, there is an Orientalist called the contemporanean one called Marine. He's Dutch, Marine van Putten, and another one called Sean Gregory. No, Sean Anthony. Sorry, Sean Anthony. So they are Orientalists, and they know Arabic, and they have studied the Quran and that, and they came to the conclusion that the Quran is the same from when it was revealed until today.
So you
Until today, you will not find a dot that is
I've
misplaced.
got one more question, okay? Because you would say there's no contradiction between Quran and science. No contradiction.
No
Okay,
contradiction
so
between Quran and
my
science.
question, why today science doesn't follow Quran? Logically. You understand? You say,
Yeah, but
oh, because
but you have to understand.
there's no confirmation of our scientific
It's
discovery.
not. It's not a book of science.
Yeah, but
It's not a book of science. This is for guidance.
fine.
For guidance, not
But
for.
nevertheless, there are claims about creation.
There
about
are
this. So this they are scientific claims in a sense, aren't they?
Yeah.
You say about the universe, even about the humanity.
Of course.
You must about genetics and genomes in our body,
No,
whatever.
it doesn't. It doesn't say the genome has got about 6 billion codes and that.
Whatever.
It talks about how God, how Allah Jalla wa Ala created.
Okay, very good. To my daughter.
Yeah, hi,
My daughter.
hi.
My lovely daughter.
It speaks about how God has created the
Yes,
world,
yes, yes.
how He's created the universe. For example, in chapter 22 or 23, Surah An-Nur, it speaks about the embryology, how God has created us. And guess what? Scientists in the 19th century, in the 20th century, and they have found that the embryology kind of the embryological kind of terms are the same as are mentioned in the Quran. There is for example, there is a mention.
I will check it. I will
Yeah,
check it. I will
there
check
is a
it.
mention. There is a mention of, for example, that the two when a sea meets another sea, they don't merge into
Go now.
each other.
Are you here? Are you here? Are you here
Every Sunday,
every Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, John. I'll give you.
Challenge. It's a challenge. Yeah, it's a challenge.
I will check.
Okay.
Okay.
No
If I
problem.
contradiction, would you mind if I come here and point
Please
out?
do.
Look, I found here this and that.
Please
What would
do,
you?
yeah.
How would you explain this?
Well, first, the challenge is to find it. Then we will answer
Okay.
it. No problem.
No worry, no worry. No worry.
If there is no contradiction, you come back and there is no contradiction. Would you take shahada?
I'll tell you what. I will tell you. But let me use my mind.
Okay.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. يمكن I'm holiday.
ايه. عليكم السلام.
المغرب هنا ولا؟
هنا برا.
اي يعني
ان شاء الله.
انا ما اعرف المكان اول مره بس ودي اصلي جماعه.
ايه برا بنصلي برا.
خلاص انا
Just outside the park. Just outside غير هنا.
انا انتظر لما تروحوا.
Speak English.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I was born here, so.
Any good?